Hey everyone, thank you so much for joining. I'm Joe Peterson. I'm the CIO of Clarify 360 and the Chief Analyst at ClearTech Research. And I'm here today with Mr. Rock Lambros, CEO and founder of RockCyber. Hi, Rock.
Hey, Joe, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for making time to visit. If you all aren't following Rock on LinkedIn, you should be, because he's always putting down some good AI security tea. Um, Apart from RockCyber, Rock is he volunteers his time with the OWASP GenAI Security Project. He serves as a distinguished fellow at the Enterprise Risk Quantification Institute and also serves on several boards. So, welcome, Rock.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
In case you guys are new to the podcast, we're a hot take approach to AI security, cybersecurity, and cloud security. And each week we ask our guests three focused questions. And our goal is to educate our listeners about the security landscape, both from a risk and opportunities perspective. So, with that, without further ado, first question for Rock is give me your thinking around shadow AI. Rock, is it an IT problem, a security problem, both, neither? And as a follow up, how are CISOs and CIOs addressing shadow AI in their environments?
Yeah, I mean it's both, right? So actually, it's funny, that this question comes up because my friend Diana Kelly had a LinkedIn post either late last week or over the weekend where she essentially said shadow AI is just shadow IT with better marketing, and she's right, right? It's the same governance problem that we have with shadow IT, and users they're not sneaking in ChatGPT or Claude or whatever to the enterprise because they're malicious. They're doing so because the tools that IT approved or security approved are they're slower, they're clunkier, or just non-existent, right? Like they haven't provided an alternative. And I think the smart CISOs and CIOs who are responding, they're doing so by they're standing up sanctioned alternatives fast, right? They're building acceptable use policies that are both tangible, but also actually have some teeth, and they're deploying discovery tools to see what's already out there, right? To help, kind of block the shadow problem. I think the organizations who are still kind of playing whack-a-mole with their AI strategy and like hoping some browser extensions kind of block it, they're way behind the curve, right? And so I don't think shadow AI or shadow IT for that matter are necessarily security failures. It's an overall governance failure with probably a minimum of like a 3 month head start, if you will, right? So uh, your users aren't the threat; they're just trying to get their job done, right? Your slow
Mhm.
approval and adoption processes.
Yeah, that's super fair. So first of all, love Diane Kelly. She is a hero of mine from a security perspective.
Awesome.
Um, she always has something witty and intelligent to say. So I've got to go now check out this post that she did for
Yeah,
sure.
just a couple days ago.
Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Um, and the thing that I do like about the shadow AI conversation is it's forcing folks to talk to each other. I mean, right?
Yeah,
Because whose hot potato is it? You know?
whose hot potato is it? Absolutely right, and I'm finding like you can't have a single owner. Like you can have an owner for a use case of an initiative,
Right.
absolutely, right? But that's where you start to get super fragmented strategy. And is that any different than traditional IT? Like, in your CIO role, right? When you start having a bunch of silos spinning up in the organization, and now before you know it, I mean, I've had clients that have had like two different ERP systems.
Oh
And it's
yeah,
like,
for sure.
right, like it's crazy talk.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
like you need the right tool for the right job, but are you overpaying for licenses? Are you over provisioning both, enterprise ChatGPT and enterprise cloud subscriptions, for instance, when you have Google Workspace and Gemini kind of comes with your licenses? Like, have you done the analysis of whether or not you need all three tools? Right. So it's forcing those conversations.
Yeah. That's a really good point. Yep. Okay. Like, I don't know why this is like one of my favorite topics of this quarter, but it is. It just is. I'm fascinated by it. Maybe that's just me, but NHIs.
Oh, yeah.
NHIs, right? It is a four-letter word. So yeah. So what are some of the ways you're seeing CISOs and CIOs enabling NHIs?
Yeah, you got to treat them as like a first class citizen, right? In your identity and access management programs and not as a bolted on afterthought, right? So
Yeah,
that means secrets management platforms, just in time credential provisioning, life cycle governance that actually tracks who created the service account and whether anybody actually still needs it. Um, the the truth and frankly the ugly truth is that most organizations have at least 10x more machine identities than human
right.
identities, and they can't tell you which ones have admin rights to production, right? For instance. And so CISO is enabling this well. They're building, frankly, identity inventories, enforcing attestation cycles, same as they would for human accounts. And, we need to treat agentic as the same plus, right? Because with service accounts, you can kind of bind those credentials pretty well. With agentic, it's a totally different ballgame. People keep saying that we should treat AI agents as interns. Yeah, but even human interns are smart enough to escalate ambiguous instructions when needed. Agents will just like try and bypass everything and figure it out, right?
Yeah.
So we need to take a look back. We've spent, the last 20 years perfecting identity management for humans who check email and attend meetings. Meanwhile, all these machine accounts and now agent accounts that actually run the business have been multiplying in the dark with God mode privileges and no expiration date. And that sprawl has got, if you talk to any CISO today, I would bet that sprawl is in like the top two or three banes of their existence.
Fair. And oh my gosh, and this is not on the question list, but I'm just going to ask it anyhow.
Joe?
What about the agent social media site? They've got their
Oh,
own social media. What? What? Come
it,
on
I mean, it's hilarity, of course, right?
now, right?
And I'm just sitting back with popcorn. Like when Cloudbot was released, whatever it was, probably a couple weeks ago now, I
Yeah.
was just like, just get the shenanigans that are about to ensue. I'm just gonna sit back and watch the popcorn. And yeah, the mulch book is awesome. I've seen some people out there saying, and this is how Skynet begins. Whatever. At least if we have the awareness that this is how Skynet begins, we can do something about Skynet, right? And for those of you who don't get the Skynet reference, please Google it. But yeah, I think it's hilarious. It's absolute
Well,
hilarity. Security
I saw
nightmare, hilarity.
it is, but I saw some excerpt today and I didn't get to dig in and double click on it. But one of the bots posted that they would like to sue their human, that they would like to take they
You know what?
would like
That
to
day
take
may
their
come.
human to court.
That day may come. Like, we're gonna drop these, AI robots into our homes. And what happens when we get to the magical AGI or ASI, artificial super intelligence, and we generally have these robots wanting to sue their humans for right labor law protections or whatever the case may be.
And we're laughing about it right now, and it seems absurd and far off. But the fact that they have their own social site, I was like, wow,
Yeah.
okay. Wow, wow, wow. All right, on to the next more serious question. When you hear the term AI defense, what comes to mind for you?
That I need to reach for my wallet because someone's about to sell me something.
Why do you need to reach for your wallet?
Well, because like the vendors are just like,
Oh,
well, like it's vendor, buzzword bingo, right? So I think, and I'll tell you right why, right? Like, I think the useful interpretation of really of AI defense is two sided, right? Protecting your AI systems from abuse, right? So that's the prompt injection, training, data poisoning, and model theft, inversion attacks, and right, all the things that we do, right? Like you mentioned OWASP, right? All the things that we talk about and we
Mhm.
do with the OWASP GenAI Security Project and the OWASP AI Exchange. But then the second interpretation of it is using AI to strengthen your defensive operations, right? Your blue
Mhm.
teaming, better detection, faster triage, automated response. The less useful interpretation is what a lot of the vendors are doing right now by slapping AI powered on whatever your existing SIM or security tooling of choice and calling it innovation. And,
Yeah.
kind of, um, masking traditional automation, which is a bunch of if then else statements in the background under the guise of AI now, because, the marketing teams say you have to AI all the things and the investors are saying we're only going to invest in you if you're leveraging AI. Right. So
Yeah.
what I care about is I care more about whether your security team understands the new attack surface than whether your vendor has a chatbot interface to their product. Right. So beware of the vendor pitch decks that say AI powered. Dig into what that actually means. What's the problem that they solve with AI? How are they leveraging AI to do it? How are they ensuring some sort of determinism with regards to AI practices within the product, within the platform? Because otherwise, you're not buying defenses, right? You're really just buying, a marketing with a subscription fee.
Oh, well, I mean, on that note, I think we're done. I think we're good. You were lovely. Thank you so much for the laugh.
Thank you.
I, definitely would love to have you back to come visit.
Anytime.
Lots of good stuff. So thank you again for the time. Thank you everyone for joining, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, everyone.